Hi everyone, it's Nadia with Now What. I'm really excited about my interview this week because I am here on family vacation with my niece Alwyn, who I adore and who I admire as an athlete. And I'm going to introduce her now. This is Alwyn.
Hi, I've been playing soccer for 10 years, and that's my main sport. Basketball, I've been playing for about 5 years, and it's more of a cross-training method for me, just more for fun. And then volleyball, I've been doing for almost 2 years, and that's also just more for fun.
Good. And Alwyn is not just speaking as her aunt, but just speaking as someone who knows her and has seen her grow up. She's an incredibly ethical person who is inclusive and is just a really good person. So I'm really curious to hear how she's used team building to have so much success, particularly in soccer. So Alwyn, how have you done that?
Well, I've been on 3 different soccer teams and then a school team. And I found that at the beginning of the season, it's really important to have like team bonding activities. So going out for ice cream or just having a fun day with your team so that you get to know the team and build a relationship with individual players. And by doing that, you can then go forward and build a relationship with the players on the field and then be able to work together better as like a unit.
So what about building those relationships helps you to play better?
I think just knowing the type of people that you're playing with, a lot about a person's personality can be shown on the field. If a person is more outgoing, then typically they're a type of player that will go for the ball and they'll push really hard. But if a player is more subdued, they like to do things more on their own, so they may be more of a dribbler. And so by getting to know those parts of their personality, you can predict how they're going to play and how you might play together on the field.
And how have your coaches supported you doing that team building off the field?
I would say by when we go to tournaments, you stay, if you're going to be in a hotel, you all stay in the same hotel, you take the same ferry to the field, you just hang out together the entire time. You go for lunch, you go for dinner together, you just spend as much time as possible together, and they make sure that everybody is included and nobody is feeling left out. By doing that, it just helps for everybody to feel more comfortable around each other and just feel welcomed and happy.
Have you ever experienced conflict on a team where you've had to work together to get through it?
It hasn't necessarily been a together effort, but I have experienced conflict. I've had a couple of teammates that haven't necessarily been the nicest to certain people or haven't gotten along with other teammates, which is quite difficult to be around because you don't really know where you stand. You don't want to take sides and hurt people's feelings. And so I think it's important to, when something like that is happening, a coach may not always be aware. You need to alert the coach so that the coach can help to just make everybody feel happy and welcome on the team, especially if it's a new player that's coming in, because you just want everybody to feel comfortable.
And whose job would it be to alert the coach that was happening?
Anybody. I'd say a team captain, if you don't feel comfortable going to a team captain about that, you can go to a coach, but also a team captain, that's part of the job to make sure that everybody will feel comfortable. So going to a team captain, you could go together to the coach and talk about it, or the team captain could always have a conversation with the entire team, because that is part of their job, to be a leader and to show everybody and be a role model of how you're supposed to act on a team.
That's interesting. Actually, I was just thinking this morning about team captains and wondering about how they're chosen and wondering about sort of those leadership qualities that they need to have. So how is your team captain chosen?
Our team captain is chosen by a vote by the players. The coach do not have any say. I've been really lucky, and all the team captains I've had have been amazing. They've been really good leaders, and they're able to show leadership on and off the field. But I would say the best way to find a team captain is by vote, because lots of times people have an opinion that they may not want to bring forward in front of everybody. So an anonymous vote where you just put slips in a hat or something and you divide it all up after, would it be helpful? Or emailing a coach and saying, hey, I think this person shows a lot of leadership qualities. They're positive, they're helpful, they can help you with what you need help with.
And then does the coach get a vote?
I think the coach should have a say in it, but I don't think it should be 100% the coach's vote.
Okay.
Because the coaches, I haven't experienced this, but maybe a coach is biased towards a player because the player is really good, but sometimes the team captain isn't necessarily the player that has the best technical abilities or is the fastest player. It's the player that can show that leadership and that can be positive about the game and different aspects of the team.
She's smart, hey? This is my niece. Okay, last question.
Okay.
You really are smart, Owen.
Aw, thank you.
Last question. Who is your favorite athlete and why?
Well, when I was really little, well, not really little, but a long time ago, I completely idolized Christine Sinclair, and of course, I continue to do that as I get older just because she's an incredible athlete. She's an incredible leader, and you can see it on the field the way that she doesn't always take the spotlight. She divides it and helps other players to achieve their best and to motivate them and to pass the ball and move it around so other people can have that moment in the spotlight. And I think that's another example of a really good team captain. I also really like Harry Kane from the English national team, and I think he has a lot of the same qualities as Christine Sinclair, and you watch them play and they play quite similarly. They're not necessarily the fastest, but they have the best ball movement and they think about it and they have the smarts to play. And it's because soccer is really in your head as well. It's you need to use your brain and you need to think about your plays and think about the other players on the field.
Great. Thank you,
Yeah.
Owen. Thanks
Thanks.
for agreeing to meet with me.
Well, thank you for having me.
If you enjoyed this video, there's lots of other youth athletes that we've interviewed on this channel, so be sure to go check them out. And we'd love to hear comments from you. Please let us know if there's a topic you'd like us to cover. If you subscribe and like and comment, we'd really appreciate it. So thank you. Over and out from the Beach House.
Bye.
Bye.